All right, welcome to the Drusis Dojo. I'm here at my school where I teach at today's career day. And it just so happens we have a martial artist in the building, and he's going to present to our students. I can't wait to hear what he has to say. Maybe he might ask us some questions at the end. So without any further ado, please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Phil Cruz. My martial arts name is Sifu Cruz. I grew up in the Bronx, in the South Bronx, not too far from here. And because of the situations in the neighborhood, how difficult things were at the time, I got into wanting to protect myself and learn martial arts. I also love Bruce Lee, and whenever I used to, feel sad or something would happen and I'll feel down, I used to watch his films. And it inspired me to want to be able to protect myself, which was great. And then as I started teaching or training, I started discovering that I also enjoyed helping. And then as I started discovering I enjoy helping, I also started discovering I like to teach as well. And I felt I was giving back, and I felt like I was even learning more about being a teacher than being a student. And then after 20 years of working for somebody else, it was a great 20 years. I learned a lot. I decided that I wanted to follow my own dream and have my own ideas of what I wanted to push, and I opened my own martial arts school in Brooklyn, which has been open for 8 years now, with me and my partner, Anthony, who's now in Miami. I train amateur fighters, I train professional fighters, I train people in stunt work, in the stunt community. And I train kids from age 4, and again, one of my oldest students, age 67. So it's never too early to start and never too late to begin. So it's whatever you have inside you that you want to do. I think it's important that you go out there and you try to do it. Again, this was my dream. I came from here, and a lot of times in the area of the Bronx where you might come from, you might not always have the best support from people to push you. So it's important that you believe in yourself, no matter what, no matter how rainy it gets, no matter how dark things get, no matter how hard things get, and keep pushing forward and keep driving forward. And now this is I get to do what I love for a living. I had my own martial arts school. I teach martial arts. My instructor was a student of Bruce Lee's. So I got to that closest to I can to Bruce Lee, because that was my dream, that was my hero, and I really push and drive forward to do what I love for a living. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. It's every day I wake up in the morning and I'm grateful to do what I do, from working with the little ones to working with fighters to working with stunt people. Like, it's all, to me, it's just every day I just get filled with joy of doing what I love. And that's not only doing martial arts, I still practice, I still take classes, but also like giving the information back and giving people self-esteem, and to help them believe in themselves when they're low, and creating a community that helps you lift you up when you're low, because it takes a community to really raise you up. So it's not just one person. Even sometimes you might not even be strong enough yourself sometimes. So if you create a good community around you, no matter what it is, martial arts, boxing, gymnastics, yoga, you have a good community around you, you always have someone to lift you up in your spirits and down and continue moving forward.
All right. So I have a couple questions here for him. That was awesome. So what style particularly do you master in?
I do Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do. I do Filipino martial arts. I also train boxing, Muay Thai, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
And jiu-jitsu.
Mhm.
You also mentioned that you have trained some MMA fighters.
Yep, I train. My first time I got to train somebody was I trained this fighter from the very beginning, and he actually made it to the UFC.
Really?
His name was Dwight Grant. I trained some amateur fighters. I trained another professional fighter. He fought for the WBC title. It's a kickboxing title he got. So I've trained different people, and it's been great.
It's amazing. Great. It's amazing. And where's your school located?
My school's located in Brooklyn, Williamsburg, Brooklyn. It's 505 Union Avenue. Mm-hmm. The storefront, and it's a very welcoming place. So any of us come by, can always come by, check us out. First class is free. Love is always free.
And what ages are the people that go to your school?
Ages 4 to my oldest student is 67 years old.
67, amazing. Yeah, we have someone that's in their early 70s.
Yeah.
Training. I myself, I'm 54. I started when I was 52.
Nice. Never too late to start.
So that's good to hear. You say you still take classes yourself?
Yes, sir. I I own the gym, right? On the martial arts school, so I kind of I hired the people that I wanted to train with. So when they're teaching, I take their classes. So I kind of like owning the toy store and buying the toys you want, so you can play with them when nobody's around.
Awesome. And what art are you practicing now?
I'm still doing all the different arts. I'm still learning. I'm still training jiu-jitsu. I'm still training in the boxing. Still training Jeet Kune Do. I go see my instructor, Guru Dan Santo, every year to do my training with him. You might have seen him in Game and Death. He's the person that for the nunchuck fight with Bruce Lee.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's my instructor. So I go with him over there and I train with him.
Where's he located?
He's in California.
In California.
Yeah, so we had to go there once a week, and we had to always get our 20 hours of working with him directly to make sure we had to keep our certification for the year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So some of these kids have some questions. Yeah. If we could go around and ask. Oh, would you like to read your question?
Okay. How long did you take for you to get the job?
I would say I've been doing it for 28 years. Yeah. So I started off, you do an apprentice, so you kind of like work for free. If you love something, I was saying to the other class before, you have to feed your passion before your passion can feed you. So I had to work for free. Then from working for free, I'll make some side money, some whatever money here and there, and then I finally became an instructor who got paid per class, the lowest rate possible. And then by the end, before I left, I was the head staff instructor. I was in charge of teaching the staff how to teach. So then I decided to open my own space and have different ideas of what I wanted. So it wasn't always about the money. For me, it was more about community, like really creating that martial art community. That was really important for me. Right. So that's what I want to do.
So just one more question. All right, Giovanni, my man Giovanni, read your question, please.
What is the best advice you've ever received?
The best advice I've ever received. I know this is gonna sound kind of corny, but you believe in yourself. Because when you're doing these things, not everybody's gonna believe in you. Even your parents, because they're scared. They don't want you to do something that's safer and they know you're gonna be okay. So taking a chance and opening your own business is scary. So, and there's gonna be hard times. There's gonna be times where you're gonna want to give up. There's gonna be times where people think you should give up. No matter what, believe in yourself and just keep pushing through. And you keep pushing through, you'll be able to achieve whatever dream you want.
All right. Well, thank you, sir, for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right.